Welcome to SportsCenter on YouTube. I'm David Lloyd. This is Ryan Smith. We get you set up for Notre Dame's biggest playoff test yet.
But first, pennant race is gearing up in the majors. Let's start in the Bronx, where the Yanks hope to stay atop the AL with the Guardians nipping right at their heels. Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, kind of the tale of two streaks for them. Best of times for Judge, 7-game hit streak. Soto, worst of times, 3-game hitless streak. Hat tip to Charles Dickens. Okay, but not anymore. Bottom of the first, Juan Soto. Do that to your hitless streak. Solo shot, 35th of the season. Yanks up 1-0. Very next batter, Aaron Judge. And taking that sinker out of here. Back-to-back jacks. 5th time these guys have done it this season. And for Judge, 45th homer of the season. 3rd career 45-homer season. Trails Babe Ruth with 9 and Lou Gehrig with 4. Elite company right there. And the Yanks up 2-0. Bottom of the 8th, big moment here. Austin Wells pinch hitting. Game tied at 3. Trent Grisham on first. And Wells, deep drive to center, and that one gonna go off the wall. Stephen Kwan's got to run him from left to get it. They recover it, they throw it. Trent Grisham, rounding third, kind of hesitating a little, and out at home. So what happened there? Third base coach Luis Rojas, both hands in the air, and then sends Grisham home. That miscommunication would cost the Yankees dearly, because you lose it, you don't get a run right there, you're out, and the game would end up going to extras. So, top of the 12th, still tied at 3. Lane Thomas came to the Guardians in July and gets an RBI double right there. His first RBI with the Guardians, and it gives them a 4-3 lead in the 12th. Now, Jose Ramirez at the dish. Runners on the corners. RBI single. They're just manufacturing runs in the 12th inning. They're up 5-3. And then David Fry, bases loaded, into the right center gap, and Soto, go, can't get there. It's gonna go all the way to the wall. Base is empty, Fry on third. They tack on 6 in the 12th of a 4-hour, 5-minute game, longest in the majors this year, and it ends with a 9-5 Guardians win. So the Yankees now trail the Orioles by a half game in the AL East, who are tied with the Guardians for the best record in the American League. Now remember, the top 2 seeds in each league receive a first-round bye and advance to the division series. ESPN Bet has the Yankees as the favorite to win the pennant at plus 240.
We have a changing of the guard atop the NL as well. Phillies have been running out front all season, but the Dodgers making a push. LA hosting the Mariners last night. Bottom 4, Dodgers down 3-0. Gavin Lux at the dish. It's a shot to right center. Victor Robles goes back. He's in pain. Where's the ball? The ball's sitting right there. It looked like it went over. Lux is confused. He thinks it's a home run, and then they're throwing it back in. He stops at third. What happened? Take a look again. It is a home run. It goes back behind there, and somehow then pops out from behind the pad onto the... How does that even happen?
I don't even know.
It's a home run, okay? For Lux, it's his second in 2 nights. Max Muncy, more conventional home run. Also his second in 2 nights. After just coming off the IL on Monday. Oh, he liked that one, didn't he? Knew it right away. Dodgers down 3-2 at that point. In the 7th, Mookie Betts. The shot down the line. Great job by the ball boy getting out of the way. Hustling around the track. The runner scores. Betts ties the game with a double. We got dancing. 8th inning now. 2 on 2 outs for the pinch hitter, Jason Hayward. And he turns around a 99-mile-an-hour heater from the All-Star, Andres Munoz. Sticks it into the bullpen. The Dodgers win 6-3. Shohei stole his 38th base. He closes in on 40-40. Dodgers win. They've been chasing the Phillies for a while. What happened with that team?
Well, those faltering Phillies taking on the Braves. Phillies tied for the 2nd worst record in baseball since the All-Star break. Ronaldo Lopez on the mound for the Braves. First start since July 28th. A right forearm inflammation. Had a tough task of facing that potent Phillies lineup. Let's start off with Kyle Schwarber. Got him down swinging with the slider, and then later had the curve moving. See you, Kyle. And then, how about another slider for you, Kyle? Schwarber bombing at the plate. Lopez said he didn't expect things to go as well as they did, but they sure did against Schwarber. Couldn't solve the Lopez conundrum, and Lopez wasn't done. Against Bryce Harper, got him on the curve. And then, how about a slider for you too, Bryce? And then, we're going to change it up with a changeup. Lopez taking care of Harper. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 10 Ks. Season high for Lopez. Bottom of the 6th, game tied up at 1. A low-scoring affair. And then Marcell Ozuna adding to that score. Crushing it. Solo homer, 37th of the season. By the way, NL leader in batting average, second in homers and RBI. Don't forget about him for the Triple Crown. Braves win it 3-1. So the Phillies continuing to struggle since the All-Star break. The Dodgers have passed them for the best record in the National League, putting them in a tie with the Brewers for second. ESPN Bet has the Dodgers as the favorite to win the pennant at plus 160.
We're ready. College football season starting in 3 days, and they are chomping at the bit in South Bend. Expectations always sky high there, but year 3 in particular holds extra meaning for Notre Dame head coaches. Lou Holtz won a natty with the Fighting Irish in his 3rd season. Brian Kelly led Notre Dame to the national championship game in his 3rd year. Will Marcus Freeman shake down the Thunder in South Bend this season? Here's Kevin Nagandi on that.
In 2023, Notre Dame had perhaps the quietest 10-win season in its illustrious history. The Irish were out of the national title chase by the first Saturday in October.
Oh my goodness, on the final play of the game.
Just a heartbreaker for Notre Dame.
Which explains why so many people fail to notice how strong the team turned out to be. Notre Dame ranked just 14th in the final polls, but metrics such as FPI and overall efficiency consider the Irish to be a solid top 10 team.
12 starters back, Riley Leonard transferring in to replace Sam Hartman.
This Notre Dame team is talented enough to really do some damage this year.
Notre Dame has high hopes in 2024. The expanded playoff field significantly helps a team that can't be a conference champ, while the schedule is also quite favorable. The Irish have no opponents ranked in FPI's preseason top 10, and their schedule ranks as just the 55th toughest in the country. That, combined with playing only 3 true road games and no conference title game, gives Notre Dame the best chance of any FBS team to go undefeated through the regular season.
This probably is one of the most talented rosters we've had since I've been here. I'm excited for the build that we're creating right now, right? We're building towards that first game.
Simply getting into the playoff won't automatically make 2024 a success for the Irish, but in year 3 under Marcus Freeman, it sure seems like a very realistic goal.
Read into Notre Dame's future a little bit. We need college football reporter Heather Dinich to do that. Heather, good to see you. This revised playoff format emphasizes conference champions. Maybe a little bit of a problem for Notre Dame. Where does that leave the Golden Domers?
Well, it should leave them in the college football playoff because they have a loaded roster with 11 projected NFL picks. The only teams that have more are Ohio State and Georgia. But the 12-team playoff will highlight their independence because while other contenders are playing for a conference championship, Notre Dame gets to rest. But they can't get a first-round bye. Even if Notre Dame is the committee's #1 team on Selection Day and undefeated, the highest they can finish in the seeding is number 5 because those top 4 seeds go to the 4 highest ranked conference champions and they get the first round byes. That means Notre Dame has to win 4 straight games to win the national title. But I'm telling you, I talked to Marcus Freeman and I know he's excited about the possibility of hosting a first-round home game.
Okay, it's a challenge. You get a little rest, but you got a little bit of a gauntlet to run to make it to the Natty. We'll see what they can do. By the way, they got a new quarterback and Duke transfer Riley Leonard. He's got some wheels. What does his addition mean for their offense?
Well, I talked to Coach Marcus Freeman last night after practice, and he told me that the addition of Leonard is not going to change their offensive identity, but it does allow them to incorporate more zone reads, more design quarterback runs. He said, we're not going to run him all of the time, but it does force defenses to make a choice. Are you going to put an extra guy in the box? He's somebody you have to account for because he can scramble. He can extend plays with his legs. But that's not the reason they brought this kid to the program. Freeman told me that they brought him in because he's the total overall package and he was the best fit for the Irish right now at this time.
Thanks, Heather. 7th-ranked Notre Dame opens the season, gets number 20, Texas A&M, August 31st. That one's going to be on ABC. Notre Dame, it's interesting. Could end up the season undefeated, slightly weaker schedule than we're used to seeing with them.
Okay, listen, Lou Holtz won a title in his 3rd year at Notre Dame. Brian Kelly got the national championship game in his 3rd year. We'll see what Marcus Freeman can do. That'll do it for us, SportsCenter on YouTube.